T-minus 2 hours to see me possibly die.
This is 1 tin of Crazy Aaron's thinking putty, and this is 15,000. So what would you do with unlimited putty? We've got a few ideas.
Jamie came to us with all this putty and asked us what do we want to do with it, and we've got some pretty good ideas. Brendan and Sandon want to make the world's largest tin of putty. Braden is a huge Star Wars fan, so he wants to encase somebody in putty in like a carbonite-like box. Jamie and Sloan want to make a boxing glove out of bouncy putty. I want to make a ball of putty that's got tons of layers, like a putty gobstopper. Brendan just wants to do something with swords. Jamie wants to take a bunch of tins of putty and make some sort of art out of it. And I'm sure we'll come up with some other ideas along the way, but let's get started. So we need like this box, right? Eyelets up here attached to metal wires. It might kill me, but I still think it could be fun. Let's go get our supplies.
So while Eric tries to recreate Star Wars, I want to break stuff. Crazy Aaron's has this product called Perma Putty. You can mold this putty, and then after 10 minutes, it hardens into this bouncy ball type of material. I want to take this material and make a big glove out of it, put it on Kyle, and just have him smash stuff. I'm not great at building things, Sloan is, so I'm gonna put her in charge of this project.
I made a foam model of Kyle's fist to build these perma-putty boxing gloves around. We're gonna cover this whole thing in perma-putty and then melt out the foam, so we should have a perfect putty glove to really mess some stuff up. Glad he's on my side! We each have 5 pounds of perma-putty, 5 minutes to mix it together, and 5 minutes to mold it. And go for it.
Go, 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 go!
We're halfway through.
Looks beautiful.
Or I'm stealing it.
Yeah.
Let's put some spikes on it.
There's always time for fashion, people.
Yeah, more like a bear claw.
These bouncy claws are gonna mess you up.
Sandon and I want to make the world's largest tin of putty. It'll be about 8,000 tins worth of putty.
For the bottom of the tin, we just bought a giant metal tub online. Now we gotta make this lid, but we're not really sure how to do that.
So we're gonna ask some metal specialists to make one for us.
While we were waiting on the lid, Brendan and I had some fun putting putty on stuff around the office.
We found this giant ice cream cone planter online, so why don't we make a giant putty ice cream? We've got 25 pounds of scoop berry putty. Let's start rolling it out. Welcome to Crafting with Jamie. What you're gonna need first is 25 pounds of heat change putty. This is actually gonna be my canvas for my self-portrait. Boom. This is this cool metal stencil I've got. Let's heat it up. All right, let's hope for the best. Huh? Hey! Perfect! Art is about me. The giant putty bear claw turned out great. We just have to get the styrofoam insert out. We can use acetone to actually melt the styrofoam, but please, don't try this at home.
It's gonna be awesome to watch Kyle put this thing on and just destroy some stuff. Good job, Brendan.
Reading the instructions on the winch, and rule number 6, do not lift people.
Are you worried at all about the integrity of the wood itself?
The thing that would terrify me is if all the putty just somehow went out with me in it. This contraption with the putty in it is like 1,000 pounds. So if it were to snap and fall and go forward, it would crush me, possibly kill me.
I think it'll be okay. I've seen a lot of Star Wars.
Keep going, keep going. Just building my coffin.
This is Crazy Aaron's Crackling Kraken Thinking Putty. We're gonna put it at the bottom of this fish tank and watch the bees rise to the top. Let's do it. Whoa, that's really cool. It only took 4 weeks.
Jamie asked me to make a pixel art design out of a bunch of different putties that we can recreate on a huge scale. Let's make some art.
I love Daly's unicorn design concept for my putty pixel art. The final image is gonna use 256 tins of putty, 13 different styles, and it's gonna end up being 5 feet across.
All right, the frame is all ready, and now all we have to do is open these 256 tins of putty.
I think we're gonna need some help.
We're gonna need some help.
I have a sword. Let's slice some putty in half.
We were inspired by the Hide Inside putty to make our own massive version filled with Bat 19 toys. And if someone finds this tin, they're gonna get an extra special prize. World's largest hide inside putty is ready for our contestants. 5 minutes on the clock and putty!
Watch out, Daniel. Oh, there's one tin that's mine. I know your knees are bad. Where's the ref? Oh, this is actually very tough. I gotta take a quick drink. I guess my shoe's just gonna stay there. I got the big one.
We got 1 minute!
1 minute! Whoa, 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 whoa! Come on, Daniel. Oh, Ben's got me too. Oh, God.
10 seconds left. 2, 1.
Ah, yes! Nice. Nothing in this guy. I can feel it though. Oh, I can feel it. There she is. Nice. Oh, nice.
So we've got all these putties. We're gonna make a giant ball out of them, and then we're gonna cut it in half.
All right.
Got it.
Here's our first ball, number 1.
Next one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that. Boom. Stretch it around, stretch it around.
Whew, you could work at Chipotle if you're lucky.
We got an air bubble in there. Here we go. Popped it. Trying to look like a dumpling.
Our last layer. Yeah, she's stretching this around. Sorry, soft. Oh my god.
There we go.
It's cool.
There we go.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wow.
Look at that.
Whoa. Look, there's the angry putty. All right, let's let it melt.
We have the lid done over there. We have the tin down on the paper. We have 1,600 pounds of falling water putty. Only thing left is to fill it. Let's get it done.
T-minus 2 hours to see me possibly die. I'm about to get into the putty. I've got to sink into it for at least a solid hour to really grab me. Hopefully I don't just spill out onto these mattresses. Here we go. going down. This is a little scary on its own.
The unicorn looks great, but now we're gonna tilt it up and watch the whole thing drip down onto the floor.
This is the pixel art after about 18 hours of melting. I think it turned out pretty cool, but time to move on to the next thing.
Cannonball!
Oh! Great form.
Thank you. What's better than this?
We're living the life right now.
That's better than this, dude. It's like a weighted blanket. Could take a nap.
All right, that's the end of my shift. Pool's closed. Come on, get out of there. You gotta go. Come on.
Send it. Send it.
Eric, this is a terrible idea.
I know. Oh my god, I can feel it bending. Oh, I can feel my clothes. Oh! Ah! Ah!
You're like, hey, he's doing it! He's doing it!
You wanna go up a little higher? Okay, okay. Wow! Jamie! Get me down! Ah! No. Ah! Yeah! Yeah!
Hey, he did it!
Let's do it again.
To get your hands on your own tin of Crazy Aaron's putty, visit vat19.com.
I think it's time for me to get out now.
Dig my way out chunk by chunk. Just let me out.
Was it worth it?
100% worth it.
Vat19.com.